Yeah, I'm Kostika. Nice to meet you all.
Hope everyone's having a terrific night. Shout out to Quexel for another fabulous run. Yeah, I'm only doing A tonight. Trust me, A is a stretch for me some nights. But we're going to be doing NieR Automata, any percent. It's pretty broken. I'm gonna try and keep this as PG-13 as possible. And we're just gonna have a good time. If anyone in chat can give me a file name, that would be fabulous, and then we'll get started. Thank you for the luck. And also, if you guys wanna cheer me on, I like ayaya, just all caps ayaya in chat. So I'm going to load a game here, and then we will be ready for a new one. Don't reset. Yeah, there we go. Lint ball. Please ban. Wait, it helps. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, please ban me. Seems to be winning in chat. All right, we're going to make sure this is on normal difficulty, and we're gonna be ready to go. I will tell you guys this, guys and girls, and however you identify, no offense meant, that this game is normally run with a load remover, so it is fair across the board. This is going to be RTA, so 140 is pretty decent. I guess do you want to count us down, Quas?
Yeah, sure, can do.
Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, we're in. And welcome to NieR Automata. It took me 2 hours to get through this in my casual playthrough.
Designed to end.
We
are perpetually trapped.
This is for some reason I'm nervous about this run. This is probably one of the most technical runs that I've really kind of dove into. I've had great help from the community. GB Chan, Amai, Canaris, Myth, Mura, pretty much everyone around the board. You're gonna see a lot of weird movement, a lot of glitches, a lot of out of bounds. I'm just gonna try and tackle it as quick as I can. We'll probably try and work some story into it, and I have Plus as backup for like when I really need to focus on stuff. He'll cover most of the tech, because there's a lot going on in this game. Like average of about 4 to 500 actions per minute, like inputs per minute. So you're kind of blazing through the controls pretty quickly. You got anything to add about the intro, homie?
So, yeah, for the opening shmups that you see right in front of you, there's really not that much you have to do other than memorize exactly where the enemies are going to be and just kill them optionally. We also use some of the items we have on our quick menu to make the menuing faster later on. That's pretty much it for the opening. There's also an AI manipulation, but I don't know if Kaios actually does that.
I can try and bump him, I think. Hold on, just give me a second. I have a free second coming up in just a little bit. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I have him maxed audio-wise. That's going to be on Quas's end to push his audio up. See if you can you do it.
Just talk a bit louder.
Yeah, there you go. Just talk like me. Talk insanely loud for almost no reason. All right, let me see if I can get everything back in order. I have 2 Twitch chats open right now, so it's pretty cool. All right, get rid of these guys. 2 coming up here, 3 across. Prologue is probably one of the hardest things to get through, to be honest, to get really good at. I'll put it this way, my sum of best for the opening portion of the game is 1417, and my PB up until the last one that I got was a 1456. There's just so many places you can lose time, inoptimal movement. I've already actually lost about 5 or 6 seconds to a really good prologue just because I'm not 100% on top of things. I'm okay with it because I'm going to be doing a little bit more talking. As long as I don't make any super major mistakes, we're still okay. And High Spirits won't ban me. Yeah, exactly, Grub. Like, Prologue is very, very difficult. Especially to get it really quick. Yeah, it's weird. If I break estimate...
Like one part in Prologue where every runner already like hits a wall, which is bridge skip, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, bridge skip is definitely like, it's kind of mean, but once you get it, like, it's pretty okay. Yeah, there's a, as Analyze says, there is a lot of movement tech. We're also going to be abusing some hitboxes here, pretty much. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. If you're good at like making up your own rhythms in your head, though, you can kind of work your way through it. No worries, Alfina. Good to have you. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Oh, almost got it. That would have been nice. The good news is I don't have a timer up, so I have no idea how I'm doing. All I know is if I get faster than a 134.07 RTA, it's a PB.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I can do better than this. Do we have time for a reset? I mean, actually, this is not a great way to open, but I made something out of nothing, I guess. So as you can see, most of our damage is actually done with the short sword, Virtuous Contract, utilizing, there is no input display, but basically it is a technique called a dash swing or a damage glitch. You'll be seeing a lot of it. You're at 1903? Get out of here.
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as
No, I'm not going to reset. I know better. I'm just going to take what I get and enjoy the run, and thank you guys for the time, for having us. For those of you that are unaware of what Questing for Glory is, Questing for Glory is a marathon that is put on every year on the RPG Limit Break channel. No need to donate, no need to do anything fancy, but it's basically just to have fun and show off things that you know, the runners are working off in the off season, or you know, just any cool thing. It's a great channel. If you guys know anything about RPG Limit Break, it is a fabulous marathon. I've had the pleasure of attending it 3 times now. You know, that dedicates its entire week of speedrun marathons to charity. Shout outs to NAMI, a great organization. Almost missed that. That would have been super embarrassing. All right, I'm going to focus on getting through this next area. Quest, if you want to kind of figure out and let everyone know what we're doing, why we're doing it.
Do it.
So what you might be seeing Kyle's doing a lot all the time is basically spam his flashlight at enemies. That taunts them and makes them take more damage.
Nice double.
As he already mentioned, he does the like damage glitch a lot, which is pretty much just you dash backwards or forwards and do your heavy attack. It's pretty much 5 times multiplier for damage, so it really melts everything insanely quickly in this game. And this part of the silos, which is what we call those areas, is actually pretty annoying most of the time, but I think Giles did it pretty well.
Yep.
And here's quick skip.
Pretty tight frame window to get through that properly. It would be incredibly easy if we had our self-destruct, but we do not have it yet. I'm gonna miss. Oh, got it first try. Okay, that's always a positive.
Nice.
Hey, look at this. I should just run without a timer every time. See if I can, if I can strap on a god laser here.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected.
Almost.
Enemies. Close range.
Almost, but not really.
I know.
Yeah, the laser in this part of the silos is a bit iffy. You need to have a very specific angle, and if you happen to hit all of them at the same time at that angle, they don't iframe it and they just all die in one shot.
Nice quad. Yeah, so far this hasn't been awful. I should knock on wood, but you know, I've definitely had worse prologues that I've reset on for sure. Perfect. Probably not perfect. I'm actually like a minute behind, like a really good time already. But yeah, prologue is super hectic, and it's a very rough kind of intro to the game. There is no save. You're limited on what you can do. You can't really open your menu and mess about with too much. And getting all the glitches, I actually skip one, which only saves a second, but it's pretty precise.
There should be another facility across
That
bridge.
allows like
It's a bit of a
getting
hike.
a good.
It's not
Check
about
it out.
the time
Yeah.
set.
It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time
Engel's
to time,
swag is
huh?
about the swag.
Yeah, true. I watched someone I know mess that up a couple of times, and I had to chuckle to myself.
Alert.
Within the NieR Automata speedrun Discord, we have a thing called pasta posting, where any kind of bad movement or just silly mistake, which is extremely common in this game, by the way. Ooh, that's probably not a good thing there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Whew. All right, well, there's our stupid mistake to get it out of the way. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lose quite a few valuable seconds here.
So, as you might have noticed, these are kind of the same arms as the one arm we already killed earlier. They happen to actually belong to something slightly bigger.
I haven't failed this area since like my second day running the game.
I was trying to gloss over that fact, but okay. And this is like the actual boss of the prologue now.
Yep. This is normal difficulty, Shin. But yeah, like this area is very, very tightly coordinated for the most part. Like most of this game runs on you either hitting or skipping triggers, and you know, hitting certain damage thresholds very quickly. What happened there was I only got one hit in the initial, and then in my haste to do good at video game, I was a little bit too quick. This is one of those games where, like, if you're behind or you're trying to make up time, that doing your inputs or moving faster won't necessarily save you time for the most part. Yeah, I'm arguably one of the worst runners of this.
Not as bad as I am.
How many attempts do you have?
I reset my light spread about once a week, so I have no idea.
We're gonna lose more time here because of bad luck. I'm the Bengals of NieR Automata. I am in the top 30, which is... I was gonna make a really bad joke, but I realized this is not the place for that.
Incoming enemy attack from below.
I can't make that one. I'm better than the Bengals. I'd be like the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm like pretty alright. But, you know, we're also out all of our teams, so I'm not doing so hot right now. The Bengals are in the top 32. Okay, so if the NFL had like... Actually, here's the bonus question. How many runs of NieR Automata any percent are there on the board? I think it's like 100. It's at least 100. At least 100.
I think it was something like 130.
Yeah. I forget who does the VA. And yes, Shin, you should play... I think everyone should play this game. 200-ish? Okay. Laura Bailey is Final Fantasy 15, I think. All right, time for some sick moves. We're gonna get you into some movement tech, aka the double lift. And I am gonna be a little eager bunny for that one.
But you got it.
Yeah, so ledge grabs are a definite huge time loss, but you know what? We're here to have fun. I'll take little 2-3 second time losses wherever.
And this is pretty much every runner's most hated section of prologue.
Yeah, especially when you beef it like I just did.
Nowhere.
To bring out a relatively old term, I gave it the old McAfee on that one. Yeah, I'm just getting bad luck. I should have dodged that, to be fair. Oh well. Let's just get through prologue. I've really had to condition myself as of late to just tell myself that prologue doesn't matter. There is a runner, I think Chicken Hawk's in the top 10, right? I don't think he had a sub 15, or to his own admittance. He said he didn't get a sub 15 prologue until he had like a 127 or something like that. Yeah, Laura Bailey was Kaine. Kaine is arguably one of the best characters in the video game ever. But yeah, if you have not had a chance to play this game casually, oh, it was Mura. I 100% recommend playing this. It is a fabulous story. It is just, it's Yoko Taro basically given the keys to a high-powered sports car and just let go. Say, yeah, it's Kaine. The interactions between Kaine and Grimoire Weiss is probably arguably one of my favorite character interactions in a video game. However, due to the content and sometimes language of that game, it'll probably never appear on this channel because it is, whew, it is some heavy stuff. Yeah, thanks, Smokey. False. Best soundtrack copied city or Red Girl area. All right, time for a reset. That one was trash. All right. So now we end up in the Fortress of Lies, which is the soundtrack name for it, the bunker. You want to cover story while I try and get through all of this?
Sure, can do. So basically, 9S and 2B, they die during the end of the prologue sequence, but because they're androids and they back up their brains to the network, they can just wake up again in the bunker and be fine. And what we were actually doing was trying to do some reconnaissance on a factory area that was producing a lot of new machines. And it was sort of successful, I guess, but they pretty much just destroyed everything. They have these things called black boxes. They hit them together and they have kind of like a nuclear fission reaction and everything in the area blows up.
Oh, was it? I apologize. I forgot that there was some new movement tech. 1903 prologue. Get out of here. I hate all of you. Fun fact, little trivia. So however you do that area that we just did, like the kind of menu setup, it gets played back to you exactly the same way when you do the second playthrough of the game.
So it's actually very important not to mess that up, because on an E-run you double your time loss.
Yep. Just like not almost getting that dialogue skipped the correct way, and now I'm off sequence. There we go. All right, we'll right the ship. But yeah, I'd recommend playing both games if you can get your hands on them. They are, they're really solid ARPGs, but just the storyline is very. If you're tired of, I'll put it this way: if you're tired of playing video games that just, oh, you beat the bad guy, you save the world, this is a series for you, because it's a lot more than just beating the bad guys. It's a real kind of game that makes you figure out what you like in life.
Why do you think they sent a combat?
Yeah, it's easier to have it on the channel when you don't have to worry about representing a charity. Yeah, the first NieR is an especially touchy game. It broaches on a lot of subjects. And also you have Kaine, who is just probably one of the most foul-mouthed creatures ever in video game.
I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to
All right, second shoot 'em up section. Pretty much, we're just again memorize what you're doing. This one, however, is particularly tricky because we just recently revived. We don't have any items, so if I take damage, I can die here, and it's, you know, really embarrassing when you do. People make fun of you. They will post you in the pasta posting section of the Discord. Who runs regular NieR? I believe Albrecht, or I'm sorry, Vernie has run it, and I believe Dale Duck also runs it.
Unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood. Good luck down there.
I have not run original NieR. I would like to. What difficulty? This is normal. Straight normal. PME your Big Fwong PPMA? Yo, that person is a hero right now. PPMA all day. Oh no. Unnecessary time loss. Yeah, OmniGamer did as well. That's one thing that a lot of runners will get needlessly frustrated at, and not needlessly, but it's another reason to get mad at this game. The cutscene triggers generally start before the actual trigger, like you kind of slowly walk into it, which is rather annoying and a great way to lose like 3 seconds or so whenever you do it. So it's particularly frustrating. Yeah, we're just gonna pretty much everything that's like, oh, you have to go around, we're just gonna go straight through in this game. If you haven't figured that out yet, it's only gonna get worse from here. Cool. I am gonna take, just because it's a marathon, I am gonna make an extra save somewhere along the way. Force of habit, I just grabbed this extra healing item in case things go really weird. It also feels weird not having my splits yell at me. All right, we gotta grab 2 quests here. One from the supply trader, and then we're gonna visit our friend the weapon trader. These are pretty much story required. But thankfully the weapon trader does give us something really good. He gives us an upgrade to our sword, which is what we're using for damage. And if you didn't notice, when we died, quote unquote, in the prologue, we lost our, I think it's displayed in the cutscene maybe, but we lose the big 2-handed sword. So if you want it, you have to go back and get it. But since we, don't need it, and it's so far out, like, we don't go back to the factory until much later, it's not even worth picking up.
Good to hear.
I am going faster.
Good?
It's fine. Is that
Dude, as far as I know, these are all gold splits. It's just 'cause I don't have my splits up, so they're all gold to me. You're gonna see there's some movement there that involved holding the pod program. We have basically an ability to do combat in slow-mo. We'll probably cover that once we get to the pit, because I'm gonna be focusing on that. We'll have Quest take care of it. We just passed 25 minutes. Y'all need to stop.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such too.
It's amazing how many times I ask in my own chat, hey, how are we looking on time? And I hear the crickets. And now it's like, everybody's like, oh, by the way, you're like 3 seconds behind your PB.
That's everything the supply trader asked for.
5 minutes ahead. Please eat the fish. No, I'm not eating the fish. A to E run, and does anyone do it? The world record's like a 3:49, I think. Ame has it.
So no.
I have to learn E. I will be happy with anything that's like sub 4:10 probably. All right. So we're gonna drop these all off. Yeah, movement in this game is super, super, super important. Knowing where you're gonna be and how it's gonna happen. All right, we got our upgrade on our sword. Also, the use of self-destruct is very helpful. It can move you through, like, if you're stuck in the middle of a clip, it'll drop you through it. It'll also prevent you from running, like it resets your entire movement. And you can also use it as a extra jump.
Marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Yeah, let's just do this all wrong. Ay-ya-ya! Heck W. It's amazing. How did I just lose 20 minutes in about 45 seconds? Yo, what's up, Magus? Thank you for the raid, brother. If you guys don't know, one of the runners after me unfortunately had to drop. We are lucky enough to be graced with Professor Palmer, who is currently restreaming. He will be bringing back one of our cult classic favorites, Parasite Eve. I had the pleasure of running that game with him at the same time. Hold on, I got a menu to do here. And we'll have Magus doing Galdera percent after that, I believe, which is an insane run for Octopath. Barely snuck it in.
Map data, huh?
All right, Quas, I'm gonna take care of this. You want to let people know what I'm doing, just so I can focus and try and fight some time back here.
Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
So this is
You don't let anything
one of
get
the
in your
areas of
way.
the game where you actually have to do a lot of practice in order to get it right. As you can see, there's no floor, and the entire out of bounds area, you just need to memorize where you can walk and where you can't. And there's a few places where you can just fall through, and then you're pretty much stuck. Normally there would be Jackass here, which is not an insult, it is actually the name of the character. She puts a lot of explosives on the barricade, so we can just make it through there, but we don't like being slow and talking to people, so we just decide to do the whole out of bounds here and do this really fancy out of bounds movement that Kaios is doing. And then we just get a trigger that enables us to progress in the story and avoid a cutscene in front of the desert. That's where we are.
Yep. Desert is generally, as I've been told by pretty much everyone, kind of like the last place that you optimize movement-wise, just because of like how to do the sand slides. Oops, there we go. We're gonna pick up a second pod here. It's part of the story. This will come into great use, especially if you mess anything up. Having the second pod is super handy.
Careful. We've got enemies approaching.
Oh, I remember the Chrysler building, Palmer. Come on. Don't be holding out on us, Palmy
Technically
Wommy.
30 seconds time loss, but we make up for it.
Yeah. Having the second pod means we have a second charge for slow-mo, and also we can do double laser, which will actually see and save us a boatload of time in an upcoming fight. Let's see if I can get Stupid Rock. Sometimes he's finicky, sometimes I'm a little off. This is an interesting kind of... he's going to troll me a little bit here. I think I got it. Almost the right way. Just enough.
It's heading for that rocky area.
Yeah, still really good.
Yeah, didn't get all of it, but I got enough of it. At least I didn't get stuck behind the rock or anything strange like that.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area.
In case anyone didn't know, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Just like Carrie Palmer runs on coffee, mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Alright, so the game wants us to go that direction and do like this
what's your
weird
take
thing.
on someone sliding in heels? By the way, sorry, I'm having a lot
No,
of
it's all
screen
good.
glare.
Sliding in heels, I mean, I have had my fair share of wearing heels. It's difficult to slide in heels. You gotta be ready for it. But yeah, the game, story-wise, wants us to go down that way, and it introduces us to this weird, just kind of ball of like dead Yorha units. But instead, we're just gonna completely forget all of that, and I'm actually gonna do a voidless skip here and change my camera angle and bite my tongue a little bit there. And I gotta do a pretty intense fight here.
What is this?
So for this section of the pit, we have to kill several of those androids, which I won't specifically name how we normally call them right now. And if we kill, I believe it was 7 of them, then the guy that we avoided earlier during the stupid rock pops up as so.
That was actually pretty darn smooth. Now, basically, at this point, I'm just gonna try and get it.
At least for this section, players can't really lose time anymore, because it's just dialogue triggers now. So whatever he does, as long as he doesn't die, he's fine.
I'm gonna go for the self-destruct strat. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a VC3 run in a marathon.
That would be nice.
It would be. It would definitely save us some time back. Should be a good time there.
I do see a lot of items on the ground, so you might actually
hopefully
get lucky with BC3.
Alright, let's see if I can get the skip. This is another big skip. We might be able to skip an entire phase of this boss fight. Lineup looks good. I think I got him. Got him. Cool. That's a big phase skip right there. That saves probably 15-20 seconds. Oh, that is not good though. I'm pretty sure I just straight missed him with both of those. I wasn't targeted. Yep, oh well. That is a silly boo-boo that I occasionally make because I focus on not getting hit and I totally forget to actually target him. So, unnecessary time loss here. Probably lose like 20-30 seconds.
Really annoying.
Yeah, this is just painful time loss. Everybody point and laugh.
Feature.
Yeah, it's alright. What I forgot to do is just lock on. It happens. I've done it more times than I'd care to admit, but it's okay. We're out. We died. This area can go incredibly wrong very quickly. Really? Hello, Haru-san. 2 hours. I'm 2 hours over estimate, so time save negated. Yeah, pretty much. It happens. This run is one of those runs that you'll probably never get a perfect run of it. Like, I think even World Record has like some like insanely bad RNG in something and has like a 25-second time save like right in the middle of it. Yo, Pliff, thank you for your support of RPG Limit Break.
What just happened?
Coming in with that tier 1 sub. Super appreciated. That's alright. If I just do what I'm supposed to do, we'll be alright. It is not at 48:30. 48:33 is like a good time for like forest for me. First try box clip will save us some time though. That was delicious. Yeah, we don't like doing anything normal in this area. Also, I'm gonna cheat here real quick. I hope no one gets upset. Like, it's a really far run all the way back to like where we started this, so I'm just gonna save scum. I've already been running this for an entire day. Oh, 1 hour? Oh, okay. Night, Bubba. Shelby gonna go to bed. Everyone say goodnight, Shelby. 31:45 is not good. Ooh, I almost messed that up. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go to one of the fan favorite areas, the amusement park. I have a couple of swag moves to show off. This is also one of the areas that I'm really nervous about. If I mess up one trick, we lose about 1.5 minutes because I'd rather just get it and be more comfortable with the run as opposed to sweating over it.
Their black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location.
But nah, I'm probably like 45 seconds, 50 seconds behind PB, maybe a little bit more. That's okay. We're fine. 140 is a perfectly acceptable time, and I see no issues with it.
Target location confirmed.
But anyway, they're sending us over to the amusement park because there's just another collection of like missing dead Yorha android units. By the way, only casuals use the sewer. To be fair, I did give an estimate based off of load list time as opposed to RTA. Ah, that was unfortunate. I was a couple of inches too low there. Normally I can skip that cutscene, but oh well.
Wow, this is weird.
Oh well. Just get my mistakes out of the way. All right, Quest, you want to cover this one while I try and not mess it up?
So we call that Let's Play skip. It's actually pretty sophisticated in first learning because there's a lot of stuff you can't see, so you need to map it out in your mind and just remember the inputs you have to do for a lot of it. And as soon as you get across the area, which is kind of difficult to learn in itself, you climb up on this roof, go onto the rails, as you can see right now. And we have to get a trigger here to the side to activate a certain story progress. And now we can get this roller coaster to spawn and hopefully just...
Excuse me while I say very, very inappropriate things.
I'm gonna save the rest of the explanation.
Yeah. So what I was supposed to do was completely miss the coaster. I was a little quick on the trigger. I figured I would miss this during the run. So this is going to be our 1.5-minute time loss. For me, if I get this in a run, this is an immediate, like, game over. What we would do is actually we get on the coaster, or we avoid the coaster rather, and then fight our way back onto the rails. And from there, we are able to exit the entire amusement park and grab a weapon that we need. I'm gonna have to compound it into when we're leaving the area. I'm also gonna lose a lot more time because we're supposed to get off of the roller coaster here, so I have to exit the roller coaster. Yeah, this is pretty much... the thing is, this is a lot more difficult than Seaside Supermodel. And sometimes I have trouble getting off of the roller coaster. There we go, thank you. So anyway, what would happen is we would skip the roller coaster, we'd come out over here. I'll get the spear in a well, after Beauvoir, we're just gonna have to eat the time loss. I believe I may have... Okay, there we go. Whatever, that counts. Just ugly. Alright. Shake it off, kids. Can't do it, kid. Yeah, I just mutskied that one. That's a big old McAfee right there. Anyway, Beauvoir fight. I'll technically save time on this because I don't have to do any extra menuing. You know, lose 30 seconds, save 7.
Our records don't say anything about a machine like this.
Wow, even managed to lose time here.
Oh, you actually over-damaged her. Okay, that's rare.
Oh, did I get it? Is that what's supposed to happen?
Not really.
No.
She chose a pretty good one. If you damage her really quickly, you can basically skip her normal attack, which is one of the fastest ones she does, and then she chooses a random other attack. In this case, it was just shooting those purple balls out.
Alright. Oh man, I can't do door skip either. Even bigger time loss.
And we get to hear a wonderful dialogue between 9S and 2B.
Yep, and welcome to one of my least favorite sections of the game because of that. Caught it last second. Nice try. You notice we aren't using slow-mo here. It's just not necessary.
Saturation attack triggered by enemy.
Oof, just in time. What up, Rev? I do not have, as far as I know, any small recoveries here.
I think
Yep, I got one. I'll just eat it now.
so.
Can't door skip because I don't have the spear.
Machine had some
So
pretty weird
it's
things to
this is
say
a rough
about it.
run. This is
It's
definitely
almost
one
like
that I
an
would not
actual
carry on
emotion.
at all.
Machines
What up,
don't have
Sharky?
feelings. You said that
Bonus run?
yourself.
I mean, I'd do it again as long as I could get spear.
Yes.
But I'm gonna have to go take care of that. So at least the cool thing is I can show off the second half of the movement. The first half of the movement's actually pretty boring in my opinion. But little did you know, the amusement park, much like the rest of the game, entirely broken. So
Yeah, we have this running gag where we just claim that the game has walls that are merely suggestions rather than actual obstructions.
Yep. The thing that makes this skip really interesting, or this whole kind of thing that we do that makes it really interesting, is that we have to do this all on a timer as well. Like normally, once you get the spear, like I did a quick menu with 9S there. That's rather important. But once you get that, it's like you're immediately warped back to Beauvoir. Ghost in the Shell? I have a world record in Ghost in the Shell, the PS2 one. The movement in that game is just as wild as this. You know what? I'm just gonna equip this now and get it over with. And welcome to Spear Dash movement. This is going to be an interesting noise if you've never heard it before, but welcome to the fastest form of movement in the game.
Only on New Game though.
Yeah.
On New Game Plus we have a faster movement.
Also, I don't like that robot. It's his fault I missed. Also, for the most part, ladders in this game are also a suggestion. We just completely skipped one there. Sorry I'm disappointing everyone already. I'm trying my best. Nah, but for the most part, after this point, there's really not much more time that you can lose unless it's like actually out of your control.
They originally came here from outer space.
Or, you know, you
There are
take a
some
death.
theories about that, but no one knows for sure. Hard to tell what an alien is thinking, you know?
Also, this is realistically my my first time commentating a run, like this run and doing it at the same time. So I probably should have accounted for that. All right, we're gonna make a save here, just in case anything bad should happen. All right, welcome to Spear Dash movement. This is something that I definitely struggled to learn, and I could still stand to learn a lot more of it. This is basically you do a light attack with the spear and self-destruct cancel it, and follow it with a heavy attack. Hold on, this box looks like a suggestion here. There we go. And you just kind of repeat those as, you know, at a certain timing. All right, just someone come and get the food here.
Rescheduled contact.
Looks like I'm gonna get a. Do we get a pig or a moose? Pig or a moose?
What's wrong?
Yeah, we're getting a pig. All right, we get to jump our way there.
Operator is kind of liked, but when I asked her out, she turned me down.
And yes, ball hopping is actually quicker than simply running there.
Yep. Hog hopping.
To go on living.
It's some intergalactic pork.
Definitely not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can stand spending one more day in this
You know, I can't believe the estimate was 140 and I'm already over time. I don't know how this happened. I'm just so sorry. Yeah, it should be okay. I think I can see the trigger there.
All Model B combat units require.
All right, so 6-0 is like cool and all, but I really don't like it when she talks, so I'm just gonna cut her off right there. I'm not gonna let her finish. All right, so cool. We got to run this all the way back to Pascal. You know, as long as nothing happens, we should be okay. Monster Hunter 3 speedruns when?
What do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
And now we just have to do a little bit of manipulation with the pig.
Oh, yeah. Of course, he would not be my friend here. Oh.
Accurate.
All right, so about the estimate, I'm
Time to reset.
Yep. Reset. Sorry, guys. Nah, this is actually a death warp. For some reason, it just warps you right back.
What do you think?
Like, it counts it as completed, and it just sends you back here. I gotta shoot one of these robots here. If we're at, like, around 40 minutes here, that's pretty okay. As long as I don't get trolled by really bad RNG, we'll be totally fine.
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the
Yep,
city
skirt
limits.
back on. This is a PG-13 family-friendly stream.
All your high units should proceed and engage immediately.
Around. Yeah, that 49 minutes is looking real good, huh? Anyway, we do actually have to head back towards the resistance camp. Currently, bad luck, Moose. There is a giant Goliath, basically like the one we fought in Prologue, is now menacing the city. There's actually 2 of them. I am not allowed one F word. I used to have a perfect marathon anti-potty mouth attendance, and I ruined it 2 weeks ago. Ironically, as anyone who knows me in person or has visited my stream knows, I probably have one of the most profane mouths on the planet. But somehow I can generally reel it in for things like this. Family? What about fun? How could you forget the most important F word, Palmer? Fun. Oh wait, that's right, we're RPG speedrunners. We don't have fun. It's like misery. Yeah. Keeping the love.
And coming up is one of the technically easiest clip outs in the game.
Don't say that out loud.
Actually super easy. I'm sure House is gonna do it perfectly first try, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty easy. I did it, I got off the ladder.
It does save insane amounts of time.
Of course. Alright, let me just reset it. Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Commentators first. Sorry.
Yeah, told you not to say anything. Now I get to eat more time. I was a little too quick on the first jump. Can you let go, please? Thank you. Well, I guess my apologies here. I should have not opened my mouth about having any bad luck. Cool. This is actually a soft lock.
It's not, you can kill him, it just takes a long time.
No, I'm sorry. That's actually unaccounted for. That's also why we saved there. I just coughed up like 3 minutes though. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I just got unlucky. Yeah, no, that one I needed to let you guys know, because that's actually a pretty big time loss. That's also one of the reasons why I'm okay with saving there. I probably should have saved before I went up, which I might do. this time.
I was thinking about suggesting it.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. It hasn't happened in a very, very, very long time, so of course it would happen today. Just for safety, I'll do it next time. Probably if you're really worried about estimate, you could probably move it to like a 140, like 2. It's all good. Looks like it's okay. We'll at least we'll play with a moose this time.
There's this operator I kind of liked, but
I was often told to blame our dear friend Everhate, and we can also ban Foud if need be.
honestly, Doobie,
What's another couple of hours?
I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living.
I am definitely not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can stand spending one more day in this bunker.
Well, I mean, you
Bad for me.
you can.
Affect mission efficiency.
You can definitely punch her from afar.
Are you saying you need me, Doobie?
All model B combat
There we go.
units
This is
require the
fine.
assistance of an operator. So,
Doobie?
We'll just pretend it never happened.
Sadly, the moose is slower than the hog, but the moose does have the advantage that it's much better at consistently attacking the player, so it's kind of a toss-up. Either you get faster movement with more RNG, or you just get slightly slower movement with less RNG.
You just started trading.
Yep.
You believe we're not at threat?
Your mouth can say any.
All right, let's try it again. This time, now that... Well, if I have a perfect run from here on out, it'll still be a sub 140 RTA. Ugh.
What do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
Do I save this time or just YOLO it?
I would save at the
Yeah, the last terminal.
City Ruins.
What's that noise?
Doobie, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the city ruins.
Yeah, I guess it really won't take me too long to just kind of go out of my way there.
Should proceed and engage immediately.
Yeah, you just pod fire the level 1 enemy. It takes, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds tops to save there.
How am I gonna fix it? Honestly, if I have a perfect run from here on out, we'll be pretty close to a 140. The biggest issue is like I said earlier, I submitted my estimate completely remembering that marathons are RTA. This moose is not helping though. Now he's helping. Now he's not helping. Get out of my way. This is comical at this point. But yeah, like the thing is, if you make a mistake and, you know, die, sometimes it's not that bad of a time loss because whenever the game goes into a loading screen, it pauses the timer. Alright, I think it's roughly over here.
Yeah, you're pretty much heading the right direction.
Alright, we'll make a quickie little save here just in case anything unforeseen should happen again. Is there a run of all endings? A to Z, I think it's like 8 hours.
There's even a 100% run of the game. I think it's like 13 or 14 hours. Or was it 18? I'm not sure.
It's a lot of fishing. Alright, we ready to get it first try this time?
Definitely.
Look at that, first try.
Be careful.
And soon we get to see why we actually love having 2 pods instead of just one, and why we were willingly taking 30 seconds of time loss in the desert.
It was definitely first try. I don't know. I think Palmer messed up the timer. Can we take 2 minutes off of that real quick?
Just make it 5.
Yeah, it's just fit for safety. Yeah, but just 10 off. You know, 10 minutes. Nobody will notice. I am also going to do something really quickly because I can just get rid of them there. Cool, so that's how easy the boss fight is when you have 2 pods. It's pretty nice. Oh man, somebody pause pause the timer, bro. I don't know what happened. Can I just commentate now as the as Carrie Palmer now? I'll use my Carrie Palmer voice and like yo, do you guys like motorcycles? I convinced Carrie Palmer that he should own a motorcycle. I think it was one of the best decisions I've made this year.
These are the creatures that are in direct command of the machine life forms on this planet. If we can destroy them, we can.
Yes, this is weirdly intentional movement, I promise.
Our intel
But it seems to be underground. Like way underground.
So now we're gonna meet the what appear to be the 2 main protagonists of the game, Adam and Steve. Sorry, Adam and Eve. But what we've been told so far in the story is that aliens are controlling the machines. You know, these alien life forms have basically built these machines that are fighting against us as we're trying to, you know, win the war and, you know, allow humanity to come back to Earth. But as they're going to tell us, we'll have a neat dialogue here. I'm just going to focus on the fight. And then escaping the fight.
The aliens you seek are no longer here. They were wiped out
Vape break.
ago by us, the machines.
Wiped out.
And who
So as you can see, all the aliens in the background, they're actually dead. That's because Adam and Eve and his friends, the machines, happened to kill them because they thought they weren't evolved enough or intelligent enough and they didn't need their masters anymore. They happen to be able to evolve themselves, and that actually happens really quickly. So they're kind of trying to start their own little revolution and run the world.
Very nice.
From within the machine network.
They held no value to us, but the humans on the moon, now they are
Nope, didn't get it.
Why then?
because they are an
So I need to dodge an attack from him, and preferably this one.
measure. It's fascinating, don't you think? What could possibly
Got
That
it.
allows
Okay.
us to actually escape the arena, which
Yeah.
is pretty useful.
That is in no way, shape, or form an easy trick. Ooh, no.
Assist you with what?
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on the moon.
We just have to do all these inputs while we're not really seeing much, so it's all memory and maybe looking a little bit at the minimap, and
Yep.
then we just try to escape the arena.
Surely
Most of us will grab some materials from the shop. We kill some of the machines on the way out, so we can have quicker, unobstructed movement towards the transporter afterwards. We do not get any time loss here because there's only one way to skip the dialogue, which is extremely difficult and almost no one does that.
Negotiations.
Yeah, I only know 2 people that ever really did it in runs consecutively.
Yeah, negotiation skip involves pretty much doing a bunch of that, and then you have to literally climb your way out of this pit, because if you remember, we just zoomed down the hole. And then you have to shoot a specific NPC once you're out of there, and then you basically load in back into that area, but you are not actually, like, nothing is loaded, and you have to force your way out of it, or you soft lock.
Yeah, so it's not really a marathon viable strategy anyways.
I'll put it straight to you. I am not big-brained enough for that.
I practiced it for days and I only managed to pull it off like twice, I think. It's not something that I'm ever gonna do in runs.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the bunker. I have a pretty decent sized dialogue skip here. It's like what, 5 or 10 seconds or something in that kind of area. Good skip.
How do we rescue Just a little bit, 2B.
But yeah, as we were mentioning, the machines can evolve very quickly. If you didn't actually know what happened in the pit where we were fighting the naked man, what happens is all those little robots that we were fighting, the little stubby boys, they formed into a giant ball and he came out of them. Have a good night, Arushi. Play Assuming the Sai. Alright, this is also a pretty important menu coming up for me. We'll see how good the rest of the run has the potential to be.
I'm pretty confident you're gonna get VC3.
Yeah, I think I actually have VC3.
Yes, you do. Nice.
Wow, it's a miracle. All right, we can actually start to save a little bit of time. I'm not sure how the rest of my chips looked. I was just checking for VC3 stuff.
You scared me there. I thought you're gonna sell your OS chip.
Oh, it sounds like something I do. All right, I need to talk to this guy because I have enough for VC3. Hey, Christmas miracles do happen sometimes. I have no attack chips. Oh no.
Yeah, that's the thing that tends to happen when you get VC3. You just don't get any chips.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about mom skip. So the good news is I'm going to be doing a lot more damage. However, I am not going to get shockwave or crit damage, which would be very handy. We'll see me lose kind of. Well, I don't have splits up, but I would definitely be losing time in the end game, just because we start to become rapidly outpaced, and crit damage really helps.
I don't think so. Like, VC3 in itself has faster attack animations and is a 55% flat damage increase. So, like, basically every time I get VC3, my end game is insanely fast, crits or not.
Oh, I've never had VC3 for an end game, I think. At least in a PB.
You're gonna enjoy this. You're lucky you count gold because you don't have splits, because running against VC3 endgame golds is really, really depressing.
Almost muked that up. Oh, I forgot to sell all those. I'm just gonna eat them instead. I was so excited I got VC3. This is a weird run. Yeah, that damage is actually really insane. Okay, so we're gonna meet an old friend. His name is Emil. He is the cutest boy. He is the bestest boy. If you don't like Emil, please talk to me after the run and I will set you straight about your bad opinions. But yeah, this game, obviously in the Yoko Taro universe, there is a lot of lore connecting back to the original NieR Gestalt. And you kind of learn about that as well. Our next move is to just get through the forest as quickly as possible.
And I think Chaos actually utilizes a very nice strategy. That's a bit dated, but we still love it. It looks nice, and we call it Mario Kart because it's kind of resemblant of the whole speedrun clipping out of a track and getting teleported somewhere else thing that is typical for Mario Kart games.
Yeah, I don't do Rainbow Road. I probably should start looking into it at some point because it's like I think it's a 5-second time save for me or something like that, but... Let's see if I get trolled by the load zone. Not today!
Yeah, something that this game loves to do is drop your inputs when a new zone is loaded, so that makes spear dashing quite difficult at times. Basically, you have to know when your computer is going to stutter with a load zone, and you have to pace your inputs in such a way that you don't make any during the load zone stuff.
I shouldn't have gotten that, by the way. That was way too low. That was the sloppiest Mario Kart ever. Get out of my corner. Again, walls, just kind of a... Wow, okay. Are you kidding me?
Moose is being very friendly today.
Oh boy, this is a nightmare at this point. All right, let's just get in, get out of here. Yeah, that was basically a blue shell. Thank you, game.
So there's like an interesting fact about these windows. It's absolutely impossible to get anywhere near them or access them during normal play, yet somehow they do have collision in exactly the right spots for us to utilize them as speedrunners to skip the entire castle, which has led some of us in the NieR speedrun community to believe that maybe, just maybe, there was a dedicated speedrunner working on our behalf on this game.
We get to meet the best girl now.
That's an android. Yorha
She is the best
android.
girl. There is no other.
This unit is currently wanted by Yorha. Annihilation recommended.
Annihilation? But why?
This is another really kind of tricky fight. Wow.
DC3 should be pretty easy.
Yeah, except she just straight dodged the first one.
What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But she's...
She deserted us.
Man, she is a big old jerk today.
Now kill her before she kills you.
Yeah, A2 not being very friendly. As you might have noticed in this game, there's actually a decent amount of RNG to a lot of the fights. So
Yeah,
if you
that
get a
one was
good
just
run or
bad.
not, sometimes is really not in your hands.
I could have done better. Wow, the movement with VC3 is a lot better. I have to go to Pascal's village before resistance camp. It's okay.
And
We're doing our best.
VC3 does actually offer a little bit of an attack speed increase, and in this game, weapon attack speed increase, at least for us, also translates to effective movement speed increase. For some weird reason, for spear dashing, it doesn't utilize the speed of your spear for the actual forward movement, but it does utilize the speed of your short sword. So
Yeah.
the higher the level, the faster your spear dashing will be.
Yes, this is. I will live and die by this series. I was debating actually going to see the orchestra in Chicago, but due to the upcoming wedding and honeymoon situation that I have going on, it's just not going to work out. But like the fact that this game means that much and the music is so good, I'd be willing to drop like $1,000 to just fly out to Chicago for a night to watch the orchestra play. This is like, people that love this game because it's either the story, the music, the characters. It's just something about this game really sinks its claws into you.
It's not recommended to interface
E
with
ending
machines
is the
without
proper
consulting
ending
the
unless you're gonna go with Y ending as the proper ending.
Still, machines are the enemy.
All right,
Don't forget
now
that.
we're headed to one of my least favorite parts of the game. Basically anyone with a brain or a speedrun sense hates this section except GB, but whatever. She's a big Astolfo fan, so we'll let her slide. I'm gonna take my time and line this up.
This section actually has some pretty interesting movement until we get into a flight unit. So this first part, we just clip underneath the building and into the load zone for that cutscene, and then we just fall and get warped back up.
Yep.
And now we do pretty much the same in the other direction, because that's where the next story trigger is going to be. And just by that, I don't know how much it saves, but probably around a minute.
It's a very good bit.
As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance.
Wow, he, alright, that's an interesting start.
It still feels good.
And as you can see, there's some giant rocket launch pads in the background. They're going to be fairly interesting later on, but sadly we don't get to use them in A ending.
Not going great. That's okay. I just wanted to at least get some damage in on him if he decides to come near. Because now I at least have the ability to take him out like that. This shore fight is probably one of the toughest ones. Ironically, I set a gold split in it last night without any extra chips. You'll hear me mention chips a lot, but they basically are kind of like little buffs you can give yourself. Like there's auto heal, you can take like vampiric damage, you can do, yeah, best score, best soundtrack. This is Keigo Hayashi and Keiichi Okabe, who have been working on the Drakengard NieR soundtracks together for time immemorial. But normally what I like to have for that fight is a crit, like at least one crit chip and Shockwave. Shockwave basically adds like a lower damage ranged attack to your physical attacks, which is really nice. It's a great way to just kind of get extra damage, especially when, you know, the enemy that you're fighting is off the ground. I can't wait to see the glorious 150 that I'm about to get. Probably like a 145. I apologize in advance, but maybe I'll be nice to you guys and get a perfect Deep Factory. Yeah, beat out Cuphead and Persona 5. And those Cuphead was fabulous, and you're running up against why can I not remember who did the Persona music? It's the same guy, pretty much the same guy every time. Who okay, Google, who is the composer for Persona 5 soundtrack? Yeah, Shoji Meguro. Thank you. I just tip of my tongue. I have the I have the Persona 5 OST on vinyl. Oh, I have that weird glitch where everything's exploding without me hitting it.
Yeah, that happens when 9S somehow glitches off screen.
Yeah, so this is now easy. I just basically just need to hit wait. How am I gonna get a 145 when I'm already at a 142? I'm just gonna turn my computer off in 3 minutes and be like, oh no, technical difficulties. I'm so sorry. Did I? Okay, Google, order toilet paper.
It reminds me, like back in, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe a year ago, someone actually did something like that on national television. They said something like, ba 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 ba, Alexa, can you please order, I don't know, a toy castle for me? And thousands and thousands of toy castles got sent to people's homes.
I'm being lighthearted. One of the people in chat right now, Fat Man, actually did it to me with the Amazon product. I can't say it because it's really close to me, but it wanted to order an entire roll of toilet paper.
Wait, I'm still picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on?
See, this is the world we live in. All right, so this section, as you can tell, is one giant auto scroller. Yo, that's so good, Palmer. This is a one long auto scroller, but it does have an RNG element in it, and generally you will just lose time. Hoping today we don't. We're pretty much right within the last 20, I'd say like 25 minutes of the game once we get out of Grun for me. Silicon City, Copied City, Deep Factory, and then just Endgame. I actually own Earthlock already, Wells. How could I not own that fabulous masterpiece of a game presented by Snowcastle Gaming, who offered tremendous commentary and support for our good friend Professor Palmer's run at RPG Limit Break 2019. Earthlock 2 when? I don't need 40 copies. I don't think I can even install 40 copies on my computer right now. I'd have to buy 40. I'd have to buy 40 hard drives. as I mentioned, as anyone can tell, I'm a tremendous nerd. I have the Persona 5 OST on vinyl. I also have the NieR Automata and NieR Gestalt OST on vinyl, which the cover art was done by the creator of Tokyo Ghoul, which is really, really neat. If you are interested in that, it is still available on the Square Enix store. They want a smooth $90 dues for it, US. You have both of them? Yes. I'm a big fan of music and RPGs. It's a really an amazing tool to set mood, set atmosphere. Like, don't get me wrong, the music in this area is just fabulous. I hate sitting around in auto scrollers just waiting to see if I'm gonna get, you know, messed up by RNG, basically. Bluebird, Temple of the Shifting Sands is where it's at, and I'm also a big fan of Copied City. All right, looks like a pretty okay opener here. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a little bit of time because I couldn't quite finish that bad boy off. I didn't get in position quick enough. Yep, he had one hit on him, so it's a little baby time loss. That's okay. 2-3 seconds here ain't gonna kill us of the mistakes that we already have made.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated.
Yes, fabulous D&D music. Witcher 3, fabulous D&D music. That's normally what I put on when we have our D&D sessions. Shoutouts to the D&D nerds in the chat. I actually have a session with Carrie Palmer and Magnificent Q tomorrow.
Having trouble over there?
Are you Norha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
Fantastic D&D nerds.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
Halfling Druid, I am a half-elf swashbuckler fighter. I'm already 999 minutes behind schedule. Did I slip into a coma and someone forgot to wake me up again? I swear. Okay, cool.
This thing's armor is too thick.
I've got plenty of those already. I've never felt so bullied in a chat before. It ended 4 weeks ago? Whose house am I in? Where am I?
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, welcome back. Don't worry, you missed me lose like another 15 minutes somehow. I don't know how, but I'm already at like the marathon apparently already ended, so like I don't know what to tell you. Somehow the marathon ended and I'm still running. Well, he's going the distance. I mean, going the distance by Cake would be relatable at this point. Hey, I'm gonna try my best. We'll probably end up being like maybe 2 or 3 minutes over. This is, you know, I definitely did not shirk my responsibilities on getting prepared for this. I just made 1 or 2 mistakes and I got a little bit of bad luck.
Based on what I saw on stream, you're basically making some decent time. You might even stay with an estimate realistically.
Realistically, if I can just have like what my average factory is and Copied City, like it'll probably be real close to a 140. It might be a few seconds over, which is not bad for 1 death and missing coaster skip. And a particularly costly death that costs about 2 minutes RTA, which is not a death that I counted for, like, because it never happens. It happened like I've been running this game for I think 4 or 5 months straight, and I've lost a run to it exactly once. Have I done it in practice and while I was learning the skip? Yeah. But in a run, it's only happened once. And it didn't actually happen that way. I got there's a possibility during that skip that you can actually get hit in midair and it will blow you off course. That one I just kind of got stuck in the air and ended up in a very unfortunate position. Good start on that. Definitely had worse. All right, this looks pretty okay as long as we don't get the double wheel. And we got the double wheel. Nice. Exactly what I asked to not happen. Welcome to NieR Automata speedrunning.
Yeah, there's supposedly some strategy that can help you minimize the RNG involved in that, but I don't understand it.
I already set him to long range, which is supposed to save time because he kind of stays out of 9S stays out of your way. If you guys remember when I grabbed the spear, I did a short little menu there as well. What's up?
And the guy you see in the background is actually Grun. Most people call him that, at least. His technical name is Grün, after a German philosopher. I don't really know why they chose that name, but they chose philosophers' names for pretty much any of the major bosses that aren't Adam and Eve. There's like Grun, there's Engels, there's Marx, basically all those
What's
guys that people might have heard of.
what's the name of the one before the fight with what's her face on top of the? I think it's on top of Meatbox.
Eaton, or who was that? I'm not quite sure anymore. Sorry to say, I haven't run E very much.
Yeah. I think they maybe skipped that fight.
Actually, yeah, you're right. We just do the meat spinner, and then we don't really have to kill any of the bosses in the towers from the boxes. Might be worlds, yeah. Chat is right.
Wow, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they might all be.
At least I got the second one here. Probably gonna lose a little bit of time to bad luck here. Oh no, I got lucky there, but I'm just gonna lose a little bit of menuing time. That's okay. We're out of here.
And with that, Grun is finally over. It's
Yeah,
least
Friedrich,
favorite
thank you.
bounty.
Yeah.
We actually have a long-standing bounty for anyone that finds a skip for this. It's quite a lot of money, so if you're interested in glitch hunting and going crazy over it, then Grun's the way to go.
Yeah, please get us Grunt skip. Very important dialogue skip here as well. The silence is eerie, but the silence is good. If you have silence, that means that you got the dialogue skip, which means we can use the teleporter. There's a couple of ways to get to Copied City.
Oh, by the way, Kyle, save.
Oh yeah, save while I'm here, just in case I soft lock. I also just completely forgot because I was just thinking about just getting here quicker. So there's a little dummy time loss there because I totally forgot to go out of bounds again. Okay, save first. Save. Okay, there we go. You can soft lock in Copied City, but basically what happens is there's a dialogue that tells you, oh, you've been out for like 6 hours and 9S is nowhere to be found. So they want you to go back to the resistance camp to find a scanner, to find his black box signal. We know where he is, and there's a couple of ways of getting there. You can actually break through the wall of the sewer in a broken section of the sewer, or if you're not confident with that, you can do what I did and teleport back to basically where we fought the machines. Adam, Alan, Steve, and take this little shortcut here, and we're gonna end up in one of my favorite places of the game. One important thing I'm going to do once I'm in this elevator is I'm going to click on the game and, oh good, it decided to move itself, of course, in typical fashion. Stutter for a second here. There we go. And I am going to be utilizing my keyboard and mouse for this upcoming skip. Also, best music in the game. Yes, my mouse is on screen. Don't worry about it. I need it there.
Yeah, for some of the skips in this game, the lineups are so precise that a lot of runners prefer to use keyboard and mouse. And there's one that actually gets you to Copied City as well, which we call Copied City Flip version 2, but that one, unless you can get it first try and are very, very definitive on your ability to execute it, it's probably not worth to go for it.
First try
very
mansplaining,
nice.
boys. I spent a lot of time with mansplaining. It's just, it's a really, really fun skip for some reason for me.
And I'm so happy that we got spare for it these days, because doing that with VC2 or even VC3 was extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's
almost
not
impossible,
consistent.
I'd say.
Yet it's currently nothing more than an android graveyard. I seek to learn and adopt all facets of humanity.
And I have to wait for a very specific point in the dialogue here.
Only then.
Proposal.
Perfect.
Prioritize search for
Yeah, if we don't wait for only then, we actually
Get all of the
break our
dialogue.
ability to skip the dialogue, and then we lose like 45 seconds.
I have severed.
All right, this is going to be a very quick and dirty fight. He's not going to troll me. And then we're going to get the dialogue skip coming out of this as well. Getting the next dialogue skip coming through here is very important. It's a massive time save.
Getting that dialogue skip is kind of important and difficult to learn at first, but once you got it down, you got it down.
Yeah, it just feels very awkward because you immediately go from being trapped in a dialogue to very precise movement and entering another dialogue. All right, that wasn't great, but whatever. It skips a very long monologue, Mads. Like it's a 45-second monologue that you have to like kind of wait out first. Wow, he could not be any less cooperative.
We do get a moment to fix the mouse in a little bit, like.
Yeah, I know, it drives people nuts when I do that. There we go. Actually, I should probably figure out, okay, I need to make sure it's not. There we go, perfect. Yeah, End of the Unknown is also really good music. Okay,
Damn. for your
very important
thanks.
dialogue skip coming up.
I want nothing. Not that. Oh, command. Got it.
Got it. Okay, that's a very big time save to get there.
mail notification.
Yeah, don't worry, Mads and Zero. There's you can't really notice very much about it. You just punch into the elevator, and then the pod overrides the boss dialogue, and you skip 45 seconds of waiting.
Analyze
All right.
trends among the machines.
Probably, I think this is the longest bit of movement we have in the game, potentially.
Proposal.
That together with
The city
angles in the
angles.
city thing.
Good night, Trash Buddy.
I suppose he might know something. Pascal, can you hear me?
Copied City is by far one of the best songs in the game. Come at me. Try learning that actual piano line and realize it's like one of those things that's potentially almost impossible to play. Wow, game, please.
2 days ago, I was contacted by some machines that disconnected.
I have no idea what that was, but I made that work. That was terrible. That's not supposed to happen like that.
They're seeking to
It did look really cool, though.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but it's a massive time loss because instead of counting that as a normal attack, it counted as a heavy hold.
Indeed. Apparently, it's located in the abandoned factory.
So we're gonna lose some more time. What up, Trad?
Please.
Welcome to a very rough run.
Speak with them myself, you know.
We have been bullied, and chat's being
Sounds good.
really bullied to me too.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
All right,
Do
so
we do
we're
the achievement strat or not, by the way?
What?
I'm just concerned because it's a PG-13 stream. I don't think if the achievement strategy is really the way to go here.
the achievements. Oh, this. Oh yeah.
Even you?
So this is not going to be a gold split. We'll lose like 5 seconds against like. Don't worry, Afro. I am not a big fan of Deep Factory either. Once you get the skips down, it's really nice, but learning these skips is very, very difficult. The second skip that we learn, well, technically third. We have Mook skip, 9S skip, and then Factory skip. And Factory V1 is probably, I think, one of the hardest skips to learn because there's no point of reference realistically. You have to make your own point of reference here. Timer's at 127.35 right now. If it's actually there RTA with everything that we've done, yeah, that's fine. We probably have about 15, maybe 20 minutes left in the run. No, it should be like 16 or 17 minutes realistically, but then again, I know that as load remove, not RTA. This upcoming section is a big joke if you can do the skips properly, and hopefully I'm ready for them. Bubba, come on. Sorry, my wife decided to just lay all over everything. Almost messed up that dialogue skip, because I'm thinking about saving time here. Otherwise, you get stuck with Pascal monologuing you to death and the elevator rides longer.
That's actually my favorite skip in the game. I saw Icefire doing it randomly during a tournament, and I thought that felt kind of faster, so I just timed it, and it turned out it saves 7 seconds to just talk to Pascal and make him skip his monologue, because that's when the elevator decides to start loading.
My name is Pascal.
I'm here to sign the
I'm here to discuss the
peace treaty.
peace treaty.
Alright, this is where it gets fast and furious. I'm just going to focus on this. Quest can explain what's going on. I'm just going to put my head down and grind this out because I don't want to lose any more time.
So this is Mook's room. We used to fight them for extra experience, but then a guy named Marky figured out that we can just do this and make them despawn, which speeds the fight up a lot. We weren't sure if it's worth it, but ultimately decided, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Like, just having maybe one additional level will not save you enough time to make up for fighting them, and fighting them is also super inconsistent. So now we just do this, wait for the elevator, and go to the highest possible floor inside of the factory, and we have to talk to 9S, which is why we call it 9S. 9S happens to be inside of the machine, which is a pretty long story in itself, but basically he's just hacking his way all the way through the factory to assist us. And this is also one of the most high-octane area of the game. As you can see, Chaos just flips out all over the place, everywhere.
There are 3 ways to do that skip, and that one's very sketchy, but some reason it fits with me. And this is the big one.
This is the really big and really difficult one that takes most people ages to get down. We are back in Mook's room, and now we have to use these very jank, I don't know what to call them, pipes, I guess, to clip out of bounds, but not completely out of bounds. Yeah.
YOLO!
We have to actually get a dialogue trigger here, which is, I don't know,
missed it.
Second window.
Missed it by just a little bit, so I gotta take the long route.
Yeah, we do have like a third of a second there. If you hit your jump button in just the right moment, you actually get teleported back up, and you can speed this up a little bit, but it's, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's only a 30-second time save, but there's also the chance that I meet my nemesis. Nope, not gonna do it.
This is why I normally climb over the top. You know, you can actually double lift and just jump on top of them. My heart is stopping.
Yeah, so I messed it up because I've pretty much messed up everything else in this run. But basically what would happen is we get teleported back up to the pipe that we were on. I missed it by probably about 4 or 5 frames, so... But we'd end up landing way over there, and we just continue over to the boss room. Mark it down as a 35-second time loss. It is what it is. But I tried my best. This game is a lot of things. If you don't get it right, that's it. You don't like get a chance to go back on it. It just is what it is. It would have been cool to show off. Sorry, I've missed like the 2 coolest tricks in the run, which are, at least to me, is coaster skip because it's so insane, and factory skip. But you guys got the premise of the idea, at least. Just my timing was a wee bit off. Also, what didn't help was my angle was a little off, and I was lazy and didn't feel like adjusting it. I just wanted to go for it, and I'm not going to get this either, probably. Well.
Pretty brave of you to actually do plunge there. You can actually plunge over it, so I wouldn't do it.
Yep, so normally we don't interact with this guy. I can actually clip myself up on that. I might be able to do it on this side, maybe?
I wouldn't risk that either.
It's
But
fine.
the thing is, if you actually plunge there and you get too much height, which can happen.
There we go, I got it. So this is what I'm supposed to do.
You can soft block so hard here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just keep my taunts up, and I'll fall back down to the ground. I mean, you can troll me daily, but like you're not gonna troll me more than my own viewers do already. So like, good luck. Try and manipulate the camera angle here. I don't want to break his legs though, so I kind of paused my attack right there and interrupted it. If you break the legs off, it takes a longer loading animation.
Pretty clean fight all in all.
Yeah, shoutouts to VC3, and yeah, that was definitely VC3 damage. Why am I doing that? Get on the ground. Okay, so the next section, I get to fight my ugly nemesis. If you guys remember the first part of the run, I did this neat out of bounds clip, and I got it all first try, which has not been very consistent for me over the past 2 weeks. I get to do it again, but this time with potentially more distractions and potentially more time loss.
It's one of the beautiful things about this run, actually, in my opinion. Shabu first mentioned it to me, and I realized he's right. It's like, you go full circle, you start out here, and you pretty much come all the way back and end the game here in a different setting. It's
I
quite
apologize,
cool.
I turned off all of my alerts. Everyone in chat watched me do it. But anyway, hi Raiders, welcome. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Nope, hold on. There we go. It was just being a little finicky. Ow. Game, please. There we go. You're in that area, you're kind of stuck in between like 3 or 4 different invisible walls, so you just kind of have to shoot for what feels best. But don't worry, we're on the home stretch now. I apologize. I know we're going to be over 140. If we can keep it under 145, that would be great. Yeah, give Quest a follow, because he just kind of, he's on the other side of the world for me. He was like, yeah, if you need commentary help, I'll do it. I was like, yeah, just know that I'm a really bad runner, and I'm probably gonna like impress you with my practices, and then we're gonna do the run, and everything's just gonna, you know, end up right in the garbage.
What about you?
No, don't worry. I'm trying my best. My commentary isn't the greatest in the world either.
This is a bugbear of a run to commentate, because it's like, well, I mean, you could tell everybody like technically what I'm doing in my inputs, and be like, wow, that's cool, I guess, but like, you know, it just kind of looks like we're kind of just exactly what we're doing. We're just glitching and abusing everything at our fingertips. This game has been so heavily optimized as a run. Like, a lot of games I've run, yeah, they're pretty optimized. They're like, hey, you know, like, I think they're optimized, but this game, oof. Like, this movement, the fact that I'm not moving exactly straight right now, like, that's losing time, and like it's a quantifiable amount. It's not like, you're losing like this much. Like, you know, I probably lost like 2-3 seconds to movement there.
If anyone's interested in any of the technicalities of this game, just join the NieR Speedrun Discord. We'll happily explain it to you, but it would get very dry and very boring if we did that on stream.
You will take control. God, good luck.
Another one of everyone's favorite areas in the game. So this is actually like quite intriguing story-wise. The machines are going like completely haywire and crazy, probably because of a virus infection or something. I forgot the details. And they decide to start eating all the androids basically, which does look a little bit creepy. The fight area here is actually kind of difficult because
I'm not having a good time here, but I'm making the best of it.
If you're too slow, No, actually, I don't think it has anything to do with how slow you are. But if you're really, really fast, they can sometimes spawn to the left of you rather than to the right, which can slow you down even more.
Yeah, they did. So you have to kind of pull yourself back and go for it. All right. I have to remember to buff here. I sometimes forget to buff here and then almost die, and I'm like, why does this keep happening? Mainly due to my mistakes. Again, same as within the factory, I don't want to break this dude's legs.
One of the things we only discovered really, really late, thanks to Blue Metal, is actually, in order for him to do an instant, we call it vacuum attack, you actually have to attack him from the behind. If you do it from the front, he will oftentimes just bounce around and troll you.
There we go. Shoutouts to Blue, one of the first speedrunners I ever kind of met. This is also a banger of a track here. Rock's in the way, that's fine. I'm gonna sandwich myself between this rock and the core and just take this to Pound Town.
Just some really nice positioning advantage. For some reason, when we pull him up there, his hitbox is like in just the right height.
Yeah, a little wonky at the end there, but that's okay. We have realistically a handful of fights left. We're pretty much done. Probably like 8 minutes.
Good estimate.
They're still coming?
I have a feeling we're probably on pace for like a 142 RTA, but literally anything that could go wrong did go wrong this run.
Loadless, we should be around like 135-ish, maybe.
Loadless probably like a 136. So counting deaths, this is probably like a 141, 142. I'd feel. I'm probably wrong, and we still have like, you know, the main boss fight. But this is core 2 coming up once we clear this area, and like, yeah, so we have about 5 minutes left, if that. Wow, yeah, VC3 just literally melts everything.
Yeah, 55% free damage is really, really nice. Also makes this part of the run really easy, getting the like 0 cycle.
Yeah, I'm pretty much consistent with 0 cycle for the most part, thankfully. There we go, we're out of here. All right, off to the final series of bosses. We have 2, 3, 4 phases of Eve. Yeah, I apologize. Like, it's not for lack of preparation. Just, I got really unlucky. I had some unlucky things happen. I made some bad decisions, and it is what it is. I mean, like I said, there's never been a perfect run of NieR Automata.
Yeah, I swear, like, I watched Kyle quite a bit the last few days, and he was working really, really hard in preparation for this run. Some of the things, it's just like marathon stuff. And now we're actually getting to Angry Boy, Mr. Eve. So we did beat his brother, so he's very, very angry and upset with us. And now he's part of the reason the whole machine network is rampaging and ravaging. So he wants to fight us and possibly kill us, but we're obviously not going to let that happen.
He's gone trash Super Saiyan.
Indeed. There's technically a way we can kind of like skip this phase, but it's quite difficult to do with combat unless you practice it a ton.
I don't do it.
Pios and myself included, we actually don't do it. You can also do it with like menuing spam, but that's so fidgety, I actually take longer doing that than simply letting him run through.
Alright, self-destruct strats, let's go. Let's not get trolled on this for the 3rd night in a row.
Alrighty. This strategy is a strategy I don't quite like. It's very scary, but I have absolute faith in Fires. We have a self-destruct strategy here.
Nope. I'm just gonna whittle him down a little bit more just to be safe here. That's fine. I can just do it this way. Got him.
Be able to see is quite RNG.
That definitely didn't save time against my gold, but that's how you do it quickly. I should have done it 2 cycles ago, but I just wanted to make sure I had him.
Understandable.
Adam is definitely the prettier brother, though. He's such a pretty boy.
No, I don't know. I think these stats make him look kind of edgy.
Edgy boy versus soft boy. All right, get ready for time. Once I get unblocked, I'll check my timer, which definitely wasn't running, and I'll say that was a great 135. For reference, a 135 for me, RTA is like a 132, just barely 132. Get ready for time coming up once this dialogue ends.
We can't upload this corrupted data to the bunker. So...
9S.
And time. I saved the planet.
Indeed.
7 hours and 28 minutes. Nice. Yeah, I know it was overestimate. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody. 2 hours flat. Shut up. 2 hours flat. It's probably a 142. Unless we're having that weird issue that we had. We had an issue a couple nights ago where my live splits was just like adding random amounts of time. I think I went through prologue and it was like 9 minutes for crash. I'm like, what? I'm just waiting for Palmer to tell me what to do.
Basically, I'd skip the cutscene.
Yeah. Do it. I mean,
you guys are say your pieces, thinking you need to, and you guys are good to give me the go ahead to transition whenever you want.
All right. How awful was it? Ask question, get no response. Thanks, Palmer. I will point this out. I'm gonna skip the credits here. As I wait for them to load, apparently. Here we go. Very important note, if you have played this game or haven't played it, this is not the entire game. This is a very special message. There are several different storylines in this game. This is only the one of 26 endings. There are 5 real endings and 21 kind of joke endings or special endings. It's a very, very important game to me. It's been super fun working with this community. I'm going to continue to do this. Hopefully bring either this or e-ending to Limit Break perhaps in 2021, 2022. I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to join the NieR Automata Discord. Contact me, contact Quas, contact Ame, any Mura's in chat. If you find it interesting, follow us, talk to us, get involved. It's a super fun run. It's super challenging. Plus, you got anything?
We're all really friendly people. Like, we welcome anyone new. We're always willing to help. Don't hesitate to ask. Any new runner, we embrace you. Please be part of this community. We love the game.
I never quite realized.
Don't follow me. Yeah, Ame will bully you, but that's okay. He loves you and just wants what's best for you.
Put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am.
Yeah, Ame is a big bully.
Means I'll be performing
I know I have about 27 DMs getting called all sorts of mean names from Ame right now. How did you miss Factory Skip? You died to angles. This entire run is going on pasta posting. All right, well, I guess we're done here.
By Ame, so clearly you must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And with that, I'll thank you guys both for your run. I'll get over to make sure you guys stick around for the next run. It'll be all right.
Are you running next?
I am. Yeah.
Cool. Stay tuned for Parasite Eve any %. This is a great game, great run. Yo, you want me to stick on for commentary for like an hour, or you got it?